Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and today we're going to be looking at how we're using our reproductions claim mission to help us answer our focus question for this lesson, but also how to collect evidence that's going to help us figure out which of the claims in Dr. Young's email was more or less best supported by evidence that we can find in our simulator. As we get into our simulator and as we get into breaking down how to do this, make sure that you're completing the survey when you're done and checking in if you put your X in the yellow or the red section. But we're looking to understand how to follow the different australopes in our mission and how to record your data in the amplified page. So the next slide is going to break down the initial steps, but let's take a look at how you're going to go about doing this. So first and foremost, we're going to start by opening up the natural selection unit and opening the reproductions claim mission. And we're going to be zooming in to the environment on the build section to select an australope with one of the color traits that we see in the table. So we're going to be looking for 4 specific australopes, one with color level blue 1, blue 4, yellow 7, and yellow 10. And we're going to, once we find one of these, we're going to run the simulator until we see the number of times that australope reproduces before dying. So we're going to essentially follow one of these australopes until it dies. And we're going to count the number of times it reproduces. We don't need to know the colors that reproduce. We don't need to know whether or not their offspring live or die. We just need to know how many times they reproduce. And then we're going to record that number here, okay? We're going to reset the simulator and select an australope with a different color, and we're going to restart it from the beginning each time. Okay, so what we're not going to do is wait for it to die and then go try and find another one. Okay, we're going to play it from the start. Okay, when all the australope and their variation is the same. Okay, once we're done, we're obviously going to put our numbers for all 4 australopes there, and if any of them die before reproducing, then obviously we'll record as 0. So when we click on this, it's going to obviously dive us into the simulator to help us collect this information so we can discern whether or not Dr. Young's claims 1 or 2 are correct and supported by evidence, and then how we figure out, well, how do different traits become more or less common in a population. So after clicking on it, you're going to go into the modes and find the mission that says reproduction claim. You're going to load that up, and then from here, we're going to get started. So notice that the surface color here is yellow. So the adaptive trait in this environment is going to be any australope with the color 7. Okay, yellow 7. They're the best adapted. Will 6 and 8 still have a large ability to survive in this environment? Of course, but the adaptive trait is going to be yellow 7. So what we're going to do is try to find an australope, if you remember, with these 4 colors. You might want to write these down, might want to keep a note, whatever. And then we're going to find them and follow them. From here, remember, if you click on it, you can figure out what color it is. So color level 1, oh, look at that, blue 1. And from here, okay, I can hit the run button, and I'm going to count the number of times it reproduces, okay? Once I get that number, I'll throw it in here. Let's say it reproduces 5 times, whatever, okay? From here, we're then going to, after we run it, reset it. Okay, by hitting the reset button in the top right corner, reset, yes. Okay, and now I'm going to find another australope with blue 4. Okay, same idea, zoom in. Okay, we're going to find an australope with blue 4. There's color 1. Oh, look, there's color 4. If this becomes tedious and you can't seem to find it, remember you can click on this little icon here and click on the wonderful little histogram, and it will help you find the color. So in this case, I was looking for something that's a little more purple. I found a little more purple. Again, you can find what colors you need to seek out for our data collection. Once you've collected all of your data, you're obviously going to hit save and continue, and then move on to the next task and slide within our lesson. So at this point, go ahead and fill out your survey. And if you have questions, reach out to me. Otherwise, good luck.